So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. How are you? Come on in. We are lined up and ready to go. I know it's a Tuesday, but I call Tuesdays Reality Tuesday. Why Reality Tuesday? Because a long time ago, I thought I'd get up on a Monday morning, get everything done. I was not living in reality, was I? Because the stuff after the weekend hits the fan, as they say. And then on Tuesdays, we get into it again. But today, we're going to do that. I'm going to talk about why you might be learning too much. Maybe that's your default mode. It's a great thing. I love to learn. Don't get me wrong here, but I just came out of a 5-day conference of nothing but learning. And guess what happened along the way? Nothing got done. It happens all the time. Are you stuck in that trap? We'll talk about it. It is the Daily Boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. Life is going to get in the way. That's what happens, and that's why we need that positive boost. We'll talk a little later on this week about being motivated, staying motivated, where it comes from, and how it's almost automatic if you get one thing right. I'll give you a hint: a definiteness of purpose and a bit of a commitment. When you have that done, nothing can stop you. We'll talk more about that as time goes on here. How are you? My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. First, a big celebration. Are you ready for this? I did it. 3 months of no shaving. 3 months of growing this beard. The only surprising thing is, well, it's whiter than I expected it to be. That's a little weird, but can I share a story with you about sometimes motivation comes from the absolute strangest places. You never know what's going to happen. So if you've ever let your hair grow or done something, changed something physically about your body, and you go a few months and nobody sees you, well, the people who never saw you before, it doesn't really matter. But I'm talking at the conference to a gentleman, had a nice conversation. He was an early 40s chiropractor, great shape, nice, tightly cropped, shaved head. It's a beautiful haircut it was. I was thinking, I love this dude's hair. And probably in the conversation about 30 minutes, and he goes, "Sir," I'm like, "You talking to me? I don't know how old you are." I'm like, "Good. But when I get to be your age, I want your hair. You got that silver fox thing going on." I goes, Yes, that was the goal. That was the definiteness of purpose to get this. We're getting there. It's still a few months away, but it's happening. Anyway, I share a funny story with you like that because motivation comes from the oddest places. You just never see it coming, and you got to pay attention to it. But because my guess is somebody today is going to motivate and inspire you when you least expect it, probably at 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night when you're tired, and they're going to say something. You're going to say, hey, that's cool, and you're going to have sweet, sweet dreams, and I hope you do. So let's talk about learning and why it's holding you back. You know, a favorite topic for me around here always is agendas and the fact that somebody always has an agenda. Now, it's not a bad thing. The conference I just went to had an agenda the entire weekend. It wasn't necessarily mine, but certainly part of what I wanted was included within their agenda, which is why they did it. But still, I'm following somebody else's agenda, and I'm learning. And about 3 days into this conference, I had a couple of clients with me there, a couple of friends. And we had been learning and getting inspired. And finally we said, I'm done learning. I can't take it anymore. My head's going to explode. I need to get to work. You ever felt that before? Have you ever felt like something's holding you back in the world that you're trying to go after? Every single day, that's what we get out of bed. We go for it, and something's going to hold us back until the day that we die. And then I guess we're not held back anymore. I think we finally have the freedom we're looking for. But until then, it's going to be a challenge every step of the way. But I am convinced of this, that you may be spending way too much of your time learning. A lot of it is unconscious learning. You're just picking up stuff, you're scanning, you're Googling, you're doing everything, and you're learning. It's interesting. You're filling your brain constantly. The noise. It's a problem. So the challenge happens here. And it makes complete sense when you think about this. Your brain, your mind, it starts to get confused. So what do? We start looking for answers. We start searching, going on a knowledge quest, an overload of information, instead of what I like to call adequate information. If you're a Stoic follower, and I love the Stoic, I like the 1800 series of personal development people, a little more than Stoics. That's kind of my thing I like, always have. But Stoic people would say, you don't need more information. You need the adequate information. And here's the big problem with your mind. You've heard this before. Your mind cannot tell the difference between reality and perception. It just can't. And that's, goals are interesting. Sometimes you don't go after a goal because when you've set the goal in your head and you believe it so much, well, guess what? Your mind already believes you got it. Why do you have to go do it? Perception is indeed reality in this case. So when you're learning, you feel like you're doing. And you will toil for months and months and months and years and years and years. You've done it, right? I know I've done it all the time. Happens. Got to learn. Got to get it right. There's one more thing to figure out. As soon as I get this one, I'll be ready to go. Heck, like I said, I'm guilty of that constantly. We have to fight it. We all are that way. Yes, you may be getting more intelligent, but you're not moving forward. So how do we do that? Well, understanding a couple things. Number one, learning new skills is fun and is required for a better life. You got to learn. It keeps you alive. When you start getting a little bit older in life, like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm going to stop there. When you get a few more decades underneath your life, you're going to figure out that it's really important to learn. I'm in a stage of life right now where a lot of people around me are stopping learning, and guess what? I find them kind of silly and boring. I do, and they find themselves kind of silly and boring. A lot of you people that are younger in your 20s and 30s, you have friends around you that haven't decided to learn yet. They're just kind of wacky, right? So learning is necessary. It is fun. We have to have it. We have to get those new skills. But how far do we have to go before we get into action? The truth is not very far. Learning alone does not produce the results that you desire. Have you figured that out yet? And again, I'm a big fan of learning. Dig in, learn, go, go, go. I have some academic type clients, PhDs. It's amazing how many people have PhDs that I actually train every single day, and I don't have a PhD. But they are so focused on the learning and the research, they can't get the stuff done. And you guys know who I'm talking about right now. Although I'm not pointing fingers at anybody except you and you. It's just not going to get what you want. It's going to make you feel like you're doing something toward it, and all it's going to lead to is frustration because you haven't done the things you need to do to get there. You've learned about them, but you haven't done them yet. I don't, hang on. I want to get off my pedestal here. I don't want to sound as if I'm being mean. I'm not trying to do that, but it does come off that way sometimes, doesn't it? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been in a school, in a classroom? Maybe it was a long time ago. Maybe it was just recently and somebody got down on you and gave you the talk. Some people call it the come to Jesus conversation. You ever have that one? It did come from a teacher. I promise you that. The teacher could have been your boss. It could have been your family. Could have been a friend. Could have been anybody. Shake you up a little bit, right? Stuck in your ways, right? Doing great. You're a fantastic student, but get off your butt and go do something. You had that before? You know, you don't have to learn everything. One thing I've learned in my life is, yes, you can fake it till you make it, but you have enough. You see, whatever you've been attracted into, whatever you think you're going to do, you've already thought about more than anybody else has on the planet. Let me say that again. Whatever has your attention, whatever you say, this is what I'm going to do. I've decided to do it. I can do it. I'm going to do it. I will do it. I must do it. You already know more than the person who hasn't thought about it before. There's nobody that can teach you more than you know. Yes, some people may be further down the road, but the truth is, where you are right now, you're as far down the road as you need to be. I make a lot of money as a coach, having the same conversation with a lot of people who pay me a lot of money. I'll say it again, to get them out of their learning mode. They hired me to learn. You're mistaken why you hired me. You only thought you hired me to learn. No. You hired me to kick your ass and get you to do something. And when I get to do that, and when you listen to me, fight me, and you don't go back to the book, and you just take action, massive imperfect action, you win every single time. I win every single time. If not, you fire my butt, and I go on to the next person who doesn't want to take action. They want to learn more. So don't do that, okay? Stop it. All right. This is a whole new experience on YouTube. Have you visited me on YouTube yet? You ought to go too. Just go to dailyboostpodcast.com/YouTube. I'm getting more comfortable by the day. All the buttons are working. All the stuff is happening. It's kind of cool. My hair looks awesome too. And I got my black shirt on again because it's thinning and I like that kind of stuff. So what are we talking about tomorrow? Are you causing your own challenges? Oh, heck, don't call it challenges. It's a problem, man. It's a freaking big problem. Are you causing this problem? Are you doing it yourself? No, everybody else is doing it. It's not my fault. No, you're a liar. Don't worry. I'm a liar too. We're all liars. Tomorrow, we're going to unlie ourselves. Is that cool? Hey, I'll see you at Facebook. Go to dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. And also everything Scott is at motivationtomove.com. Go there. And otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.